Hey guys, what's going on today? I just want to do a quick video about how to change lenses, and then I wanted to do a little rambling in the end. So I have a couple of different frames that I wanted to show you. Basically the main goal of this is just to make you give a little more info about how to change this. I had a couple people ask me about a couple of different frames, so I just wanted to just go ahead and cram it all in one video. So here we go. The first frame I'm going to change the lenses on is going to be the flak jacket. The XLJ lens with the ice blue, or with the ice blue. Pretty much, guys, just to let you know, you're not gonna break these frames. They're just tough, and you're not gonna break the lenses either. So don't really worry about any part of that. I know it's a little nerving, just you know, changing out your lenses on your $200 sunglasses, but just trust me, you're not gonna break them. So anyways, start off with the flak jacket lens. You take this part right here and you push. We're gonna push back and up. So we're gonna push towards this upper top hand corner. So just take this and push back and up. As you're gonna see how that kind of separated right there? Then you're gonna be good from there. There you go. So you're all set right there. And then just go ahead and put that down on this side. Come over right here, gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take this corner, I'm gonna push it back and up. Just gonna take your finger right here, push back and up. Now I just went ahead and popped all the way on out. So there you go, lenses are out. Like I said, our frames are made out of O matter, not plastic, so you can bend them pretty heavily. You can go ahead and just you know, you can pretty much do whatever you want to with them. So to put the lenses back in, what you're gonna do is just gonna reverse the same process. You gotta make sure you get it through that same runner. So right here, what you're gonna do is you're going to push down right here, and then you're gonna make sure that tab is in place, as you can see right there. And then you're just going to push down with your palm, or up, whichever way you'd rather do. And you can hear a little pop whenever you do it. So I'm going to do the same thing right here. Just make sure you get this little tab in this corner. Make sure you get that tab right on the little nose bridge right there. Then just take your palm and push up, down or up, whichever way you'd rather do it. So there you go. There's a quick change right there. And just make sure whenever you get done, guys, you always use your lens cleaner. I did on my first video and my first try of this, and I guess I just left it upstairs. So anyways, I've swapped back to my old camera because my first one was not doing too well, was not focusing right on me. So anyways, going back to Old Faithful, that's why the video quality is like questionable at best. So anyways, back to the video. What I wanted to talk about in this particular frame was just if you can see on the nose bridge right here how much the chipping and peeling has started to happen right there. So every time you change your lenses, you do put strain on your frames. So I just wanted to make sure that that was very clear about that they are designed to change the lenses. The majority of our frames are, but every time you do it, you do put strain on it. And this right here is just over time. I've just changed the lenses a lot, and the majority of them, most of them, that doesn't happen. Just with the metallic frames, like your metallic blues or your polished aluminum or your white chrome or that kind of stuff, you're gonna get a lot of this nose chipping on the radars, and on the flak jackets will do it too. But I just kind of wanted to bring that up just so everybody knew what they were getting into as they were changing their lenses. The radar is a little bit more of it's definitely one of the more tricky ones. What I try and do is with this, I normally change them upside down, make sure I pop these ear stems out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands like this, and I'm going to take my thumb, and I'm going to make sure that I push inward. And as you can see, the ear tips are going to kind of bend out a little bit as I do that. So I'm going to push in and back at the same time. So I'm going to push in and back. And as you can see there, the nose bridge is completely behind the sunglass. Right there, so you can't see the nose bridge at all. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it in the center like this. I'm going to take the frame, or the lens, and I'm just going to pull the lens outward. I'm just going to pull it this way. So I'm just going to hold on. I'm just going to pull it out. So there you go, now you have two individual pieces. Now, to put it back in is a little bit tricky. So what you got to do is you got to make sure you get this little hook piece. You got to make sure you get it all the way down in that frame. So you got to wiggle it down in there like that. Make sure it's down in there nice and tight. And then you have to do the same thing on this side. You got to wiggle it and make sure it gets all the way in there, because if the little hooks are not all the way in there, it won't snap in properly. So now you should have it so where your frame is not quite touching the very top part of your lens right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to just take this and you're just going to push it down. You're going to hear a little snap. So now almost back to square one. You've got the nose bridge, still can't see it, but now your frame is attached. Your lens and frame are attached all the way around the top. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to push this nose bridge back up. Like that. Boom, you're set. So there you go. And as you can see, you can just tell how bad that chipping is, and that's just from doing that over and over. And there's not really a good way to prevent that. It's just going to happen over time. So there's that one. And now here's the gas can. So the gas can's a really good frame. I know a lot of people like it. It's part of the lifestyle collection. But these lenses were not meant to be changed like the radar and the flak jacket lenses were. So this is just something, I know if you leave these in the car over the time, the frame will warp and sometimes your lenses won't even stay in there. So these were not really meant to be changed, but if you're doing a replacement, like if you need new lenses or something like that, I'll go ahead and show you how to do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to do basically the same basic thing, except you're going to hold onto the frame. Like you're going to pull over on this part or down on the bottom part of the frame, and you're going to push up through the bottom. So I always hold the lens nice and tight. So I'm going to pull down and push back up, just like that. As you can see, it came right out. So like I said, guys, this is not meant to be changed and swapped out a lot. So I wouldn't recommend having extra sets of lenses and stuff like that. But it's just in case you need to replace it. So now what you do on the lifestyle collection is you always start on the very far side. You make sure all this is in here. This bottom part's in here nice and tight. It's fit down on the side like that. And then you're going to push right here. Just make sure this is all in the right spot. Just take the very edge towards the nose bridge and just push down. So there you go. That one snapped in all the way. I'm not going to show you that one because I just did that lens. I want to try and cut my videos down a little bit. Now this one, I saved this one last for a specific purpose. Just kind of wanted to ramble a little bit about this one after I get done swapping out the lens. So this is definitely this one, the Antics, the Bat Wolf. They're a little bit more difficult to change, just because you're going to be working the wrong way one of the sides. You're just going to have to pick which side you want to do it. I normally start from my left eye. So I guess if we're looking at it this way, I always start from the left and work to the right. But that's just me. You can do it whichever way you like to. Same basic principle as a gas can. I'm going to pull down on this and push up through the lens. So pull down and push up. Like I said, it's kind of tough. Don't be afraid you're going to break it, because you're not. And then you have to do the same thing on this side. You have to pull down and push back up through this lens. So down, back up. Now that came all the way out. That one was pretty good to me right there. So now I have the lens and the frame individually. Now to put it back in is a little tricky, because you like I said, you're going to have to work into the grain either way you want to. Just make sure you always start, you get this very first bottom part in right here. Make sure you get it nice and solid, and just make sure it's kind of all on the right basic track right there. So now what you're just going to do is you're just going to work your fingers back down the line, and you're going to get it to where it's going to kind of be working like wobbling with you. Just make sure that you get that nose bridge snapped in there. And once you get that nose bridge snapped in there, you're kind of in the, you're in the point of no return, I guess you could say. So now just keep on working your way down, and you're going to get to a part. This is the tricky part, because the frame's kind of sticking. You can see right here the lens is kind of sticking out. What you need to do is you need to almost pull down on the lens. You need to kind of feed it up into the bottom part of the frame. So I just use both of my thumbs like that, and I kind of just push downward up and then like that, because you got to get this part of the lens up in the other side of the frame. So there you go. Sorry, I know that old rig one was a little bit more difficult, and most of the Antics and the old rig frames, it takes me a minute or two to just kind of work with them and to do that. But anyways, now that I'm done changing the lenses, I wanted to kind of talk about this particular old rig and just some stuff I heard on YouTube. Dan Toms was doing a video on his Mars, which if anybody hasn't watched it, please check it out. It's an awesome video. He was talking about people on eBay, like being on eBay all day and grabbing up the good deals and holding them hostage. And I love the word hostage, because that's what people on eBay have come to now. It's like somebody tells them, hey, your shades are worth this much money, and they put it up on eBay, and it just sits up there, and it sits up there for a month or two, and nobody buys it. And it's just, I'm not sure how the misconception came to the way it is now, but I'm not gonna lie and say that this frame is really, really cool. It is awesome, but it's just not worth $300. You know, that when they sold this particular pair went for $130, and they didn't produce nearly as many, but they're just not worth $300. I mean, they're cool, but that's just, I don't know, that's just my opinion. And like I said, I just don't know how the market got so skewed with the way it is today. And I like how he said how he's not going to fuel he's going to fuel the eBay people and give out prices. So that's something I'm really going to try and do from now on in my videos. I'm not going to assign value to any of these. I'm not going to do anything. If I know the retail price, then I'll go ahead and tell you the retail price. But I'm not going to give any more value or any less value or whatever. And the main reason I wanted to is because I was agreeing with what he was saying, like while I was watching his video, and just saying, yeah, that's right, I totally agree with the whole eBay thing. And one of my friends, meanwhile, I think I was pretty much the same time while I was watching his video, one of my friends was at a yard sale. And he called me up. He's like, "Hey man, so there's a pair of Oregs here, and I'm going to get them for you." And I said, "Okay, all right, pick them up for me. I'll pay you back." And he didn't tell me what kind they were. He's my coworker at work, and he came back and he's like, "Hey, I picked up these Oregs for $40." And he pulled them out, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, he bought these at a yard sale for $40. I mean, it's just, you know, like I said, I wasn't going to assign value to anything, and these to me are worth more than $40. But I was glad to give them the money and do that. But it's just, that's how much I paid for them, and that's how much they're sitting in my collection right now for. I've actually done a review on one of these, and I did a little swap with one of my friends and traded, and then traded another how, and actually got rid of this pair. And I know I've already done an unboxing of it, but I actually didn't have that in my collection. As of, I think I got it, and then a couple weeks later I traded it, but I left the video up on YouTube because I know a lot of people they look for that frame, so I left it up there, but I have it back in my collection now. But I just want to talk about that, and just wanted to go ahead and try and do that, just like Dan said, not assign value to anything. And I don't mind telling people the retail value and stuff, but I'm just going to do my best and not try and fuel the eBay people and just the corruption of Oakleys. I love to collect them. It's fun. Everybody loves getting a good deal. I love how he said that, and that's just, it's awesome to get a good deal, but the eBay people have definitely kind of tainted our view of how much Oakleys are worth and the value of them. And everything in my collection that I have is something that I personally enjoy. There's a story about every one of my sunglasses. I can tell you how I got them, where I got them, when. I can tell you why I got them. I can tell you everything about them because they all have personal meaning to me. And another thing he said was that we were talking about something, and I think I can't remember how we got talking about it or whatever, but we were talking about somehow like our sunglasses meaning, or us being connected, like if I'm going to trade one of my sunglasses, if I'm going to get rid of one of my sunglasses, I want them to go to a good home. I want them to go where I know somebody's going to take care of them, or I know somebody's going to treat them right, and they're going to enjoy them like I enjoyed them. So that's another thing I just wanted to talk about, is just that make sure that you collect stuff that you want, that you like, that you have a story behind, or just make sure that you enjoy it and you're not just doing it just to have them. I personally, I don't really like the gas can. It's not one of my personal frames. Don't wear it that often, but I got this one for a good deal, and it's a unique style, and I'll know that you guys on YouTube like it, so I got it for really more for you guys. But I love the Oreg. That's awesome. I love the radar and the flight jacket. So just make sure that you collect things, guys, that you like. That's kind of what I wanted to achieve with this video. It's just kind of to inform you guys and comment on what Dan said. I really liked what he said, and just I really wanted to kind of recap on that. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. All right, guys, have a good one.